Welcome to REVOLT Sports Weekly, powered by I'm Athlete. Brandon Marshall, what we got going this week?
A lot of nothing.
Ooh.
Because we're only focused on football right now. This is America's festival, right? Championship weekend came and is gone. Now we got the Eagles and the Chiefs. This is a rematch?
Mm-hmm.
A rematch. So we're going to talk a little ball, and then there's some culture, right? Snoop Dogg, Nelly in the news over the last couple of weeks. There's so much more to talk about. So we got to dive in, but here's the show.
Welcome to the show, guys. I am Kayla Nicole, and joining me, as always, I've got Brandon Marshall, Josh, Beezo, Bellamy, and the guy, Mike Sims-Walker. What's up, fellas? How we feeling this week?
What's good?
Energy is high.
Why you over there trying to see me? Don't worry about it, man.
You see that studio? Turn me on. So you see the studio, you see the remote.
Right. We're coming off a great weekend in football, so let's jump right into it. Let's get into some ball, guys, okay? The Chiefs are going back to the Super Bowl. I've been predicting it all season. Nobody wanted to listen to me, but I've been said it.
Hold on.
The Chiefs are going back to back to back to back. I've said it. Check the tape.
She said
Check the tape.
Hey, no, don't do me like that.
Check the tape. I said that. I said I would not bet against Patrick Mahomes.
You said nobody.
The clip went viral because I said, why would you bet against Pat? I said I was bored with it.
Yeah, she did say that. Now, I'm glad she said that. I wasn't going to say it until she said it, but she
I did. I said I'm bored with it.
You know what I'm saying? It's
But
documented.
it's bound to happen, okay? You never bet against Patrick Mahomes. But like I said, the Chiefs are going back to the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes beats Josh Allen in the playoffs. Again, that's your guy. Incredibly, Tom Brady, Joe Burrow are the only two QBs that have ever beat Mahomes in the playoffs. So, B, I'm coming to you first.
Yeah.
Does Mahomes deserve most of the credit for this Chiefs season?
What's the name of this show? You got Revolt and you got I Am Athlete, right?
Mm-hmm.
Revolt Sports powered by I Am Athlete, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Revolts Weekly powered by I Am Athlete.
Okay, yeah.
It's real, right?
It's real.
So do y'all want to have a conversation that they have in the traditional space, or y'all want to have the conversations that we have in the locker room as athletes? And it's for these guys.
I want the locker room.
I don't know how to have a different conversation.
That's the only
I don't know.
And I've never been in the locker room, so I want to hear that one.
Okay, the reason why I say that, because the question is what?
Does Pat deserve most of the credit for the successful Chiefs season?
No, it's a team.
Yeah.
They gonna debate that. These two might debate it, but they gonna forget that they was in those locker rooms for, almost 10 years apiece, right? It's all of the guys. You got Andy Reid, but the most important person that nobody's talking about, but if you sat in those seats and you really know ball, you're gonna say Steve Spagnuolo. Who is that? That's the defensive coordinator in 2018. What happened? They were trash. The Kansas City defense was trash.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick Mahomes had to go out there and be magical and throw the ball all over the place. He don't have to do that no more because he got a top 10 defense.
Yeah.
And it's been that way the last couple years. So yes, Patrick Mahomes put the crown on him. He's goated. He is that. But can we give Steve Spagnuolo some love? Andy Reid, of course, he gets some love. He gets love. So, I wanted to use this time to shout out, Coach Spags, because that defense is the reason why they're back here.
And you know what? It's always the people you don't see that contribute the most. Hey, it's always the people you don't see that contribute the most. Within that locker room, just think about it, bro. When you got that defense like that and a coach like that that's coming in, bringing in a defense, and this defense is outshining Patrick Mahomes.
It is.
That whole team is about Patrick Mahomes, but this defense and what Spagnuolo done brought to the table is outshining what Patrick Mahomes.
I know about it. It's one name I just never hear, right? Unless he says something in the media. I don't hear nobody talk about Chris Jones. That is a game changer on defense, and nobody talks about him. Yeah, we're going to give Spags credit. He runs some of the best blitzes we ever see. But Chris Jones, week in and week out, putting pressure on the quarterback. That dude is a game changer on defense.
And I know we'll talk about, previewing the Super Bowl next week and do all of that, but that's something to pay attention to. The game came down to the line, right? Highly anticipated. Josh Allen versus Patrick Mahomes. Mm-hmm. It was a shootout before.
Yeah.
It was a shootout again. Mm-hmm. They had an opportunity in the fourth quarter. What happened though? What was the call of the day?
It's a cat blitz.
The cat blitz. Tell the people what a cat blitz is.
A cat is a cornerback blitz from the weak side. So the cornerback is to the boundary. He's on the short side of the field. He's gonna blitz the quarterback, and the safety's gonna come over the top to cover the receiver.
And if you heard the broadcast, I believe it was CBS that had it, and it was Tony Romo saying, "What is Spags going to do? Where's the blitz coming from?" Right? He was waiting. It came from the corner.
Yeah.
He ain't ran out in weeks, maybe even months, and that's what we got to pay attention to. In the Super Bowl is how Spags mix it up. Spags' history is a guy that was super aggressive, and when he got to Kansas City, he didn't have to be aggressive because you got Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes.
That's right.
But when it's needed, put your socks on it.
Yeah, and I'd rather, like, just going in that game, bro, I'd rather have Patrick Mahomes going against that Eagles defense than have Jalen Hurts going against that Kansas City defense. Bro, just look at it. Josh Allen is he up there with Patrick Mahomes, bro, and you see how he was doing him, like just the way he was sending them blitzes, mixing up the defense. He was confusing them. I don't think Jalen Hurts' IQ was as high as Josh Allen's.
I know, Kayla, you probably pushed the conversation somewhere else, but I disagree with you there. I think that it's not about Jalen Hurts. I think it's about that entire team. I don't know if it was you or Mike earlier that said that this is a complete team, right? So you got the run game, Saquon, you got A.J. Brown, you got Smitty on the outside. So I don't think as much is on him to make plays. You understand?
Yeah, no, I agree. But let's put the coaching in perspective. Andy Reid, they gonna do whatever it takes to get the job done.
Okay.
He always do.
Okay.
Well, Mike, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but Josh Allen was your guy this season. You were really pulling for him. He's 0-4 now against Mahomes in the playoffs. I mean, for all we know, he's in Cabo right now, but what do you think is going through his head?
I think right now, this year, he actually realized that he can't do it by himself. All right, the last time there was an Arrowhead, it was a shootout, right? And if they would have won the coin toss, Josh Allen would have been probably the AFC champion. Do we not agree with that? It was just a matter of a coin toss flip, right?
Why do you man always gotta put?
Let's give it to him, yeah.
No, nobody was stopping nobody. Whoever got the ball first, that's who won. Who was going to the Super Bowl that year? We know that. But this year, it's different. I'm gonna give the Chiefs some credit. But Josh Allen, at this point, realized that he can't do it by himself. He can't be Superman. He can't beat these top tier teams, especially a team like Kansas City and the refs, right? By himself, right?
Hey.
He needs a Pro Bowl on the outside. He needs a Pro Bowl.
He had that. Stephon Diggs.
They only lost because they lost the coin toss. It wasn't nothing that Patrick Mahomes did that beat Josh Allen that year. It was the coin toss.
What's crazy?
It's just crazy because back then you had better receivers, and you saying that. And then he realized he can't do it by himself. He ain't never had to do it by himself.
And then that's not football, bro. We talking. That's why I started the conversation. See, I love setting this up. I said, do y'all want to talk like they talk, or y'all want to talk like we talk in the locker room? Sometimes when we, as athletes, we think we got to be Stephen A. Smith.
But we know
the game. We know the game.
Yeah, but he can't do it by himself. You got all these pieces around, bro. Just like Tom Brady. Everybody say Tom Brady is this ultimate quarterback. He the best quarterback ever. He did all this. He won all these races. Tom Brady did not do that by himself, bro.
I know that Josh Allen is. That's the problem, bro. He's been doing it by himself all year.
That's a whole
And he
other
ran out of gas. When it got sticky and you got to the AFC Championship, when you playing the top 3-4 teams in the league, he need help, bro. He been doing it by himself. Y'all can't disagree with that.
Man.
I totally disagree with you, and I just want the record to reflect that Mike Sims-Walker, because they got to know the backstory. It's on our second week on Revolt. And Mike, you wanted to see this matchup. You wanted Josh Allen versus Patrick Mahomes. You said that the Buffalo Bills was going to make it. And guess what happened? Now he's 0-4 against Patrick Mahomes. Why didn't you want to pull for Lamar Jackson? That's what we want.
Why you ain't going hard on Josh Allen like we was going hard on Lamar Jackson?
He lost 12.
It don't matter what the score was. You still lost.
And he's doing it.
You talking about him doing it by himself? Because Lamar Jackson was doing it all by himself.
Can you name?
All these years.
Watch this. No. Listen. He from the west side of Orlando, and I grew up on the east side, right? So, there are some things he taught me, right?
Okay, what I
basically on the west side.
What I taught you?
All black.
What I taught you?
All white.
Okay.
What you used to say in college?
What?
If
was a fifth, we'll all be
drunk.
Yeah.
All that.
Okay.
If the coin toss.
I'm talking about so much. on, bro.
if,
Come on,
what if the Commanders would have won that game? We want to know what happened to them in the NFC Championship. We have more ball coming up after this short break.
If, baby. Look it up.
Okay, before we get back into some more ball, if was a fifth, this is going way over my head. What is it?
If was a fifth,
If was a fifth.
We'll all be drunk.
Because you get drunk off like a fifth of...
Fifth of Hennessy.
Yikes, Kayla, that ain't a Cali thing.
I heard of like a 40, like a
40.
A 40.
You see, y'all seen Kayla at the what is that Kendrick Lamar thing, the concert? What was it called?
Kendrick and Friends.
Do the thing. How y'all do it?
what is the dance called right there?
Squabble up. No, this is squabble up.
It's crap.
Okay, whatever. Maybe I should stick to ball. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
I should stay out the
Kayla
street.
Nicole Brown went to Pepperdine. That's in Malibu. When I was 2015, when I was playing for the Jets, when I left y'all Chicago, I right on the PCH, I had a beautiful crib, and where I trained was Pepperdine. I said, "Oh my goodness, it's beautiful out there."
Really?
That's where she went to
Like
school
top
and got her
five.
degree.
Isn't that about,
you rich.
Isn't that about Malibu?
It's been rich.
Pepperdine is rich. I got a scholarship.
Ain't Pepperdine by Malibu?
It's in Malibu.
Yeah, okay, I rode by it. I went to Malibu. I went to Point Doom. Did a little hike in the mountains.
Yeah.
And I rode by the college, and it's I see why. I see why you don't know the slogan. I did it.
Tell us about how'd you get to Pepperdine? People don't. You know, that's a good school. That's a great school.
I applied. I got good SAT scores.
What was your
I did
SAT
pretty
score?
well, high enough
Tell
to
us
get
what
in.
it was. I bet what was it? 1075.
To get it, I have no idea.
Yes, you do.
I don't know what I had for lunch yesterday. I don't know what my SAT scores, but they were good enough. Good enough for me to get an academic scholarship as well.
Why'd you pick journalism though?
Because I like connecting with people and storytelling.
Okay, now tell this.
Yeah, tell this story. How about the Eagles? Okay, they took care of business at home in the NFC Championship game. Washington couldn't stop turning over the ball and couldn't stop the Eagles from scoring. So now we get to the Super Bowl. We have a rematch of Jalen versus Patrick in less than 2 weeks in New Orleans. All right, y'all. I asked this question about Pat and the Chiefs. So Beezo, let me know, how much credit does Jalen deserve for this Eagles season?
I think he deserves a tremendous amount of credit. Yeah, we're gonna give it to him. We gotta give it to him, man. Hey, they've got a new team, a better team, and he's been getting a lot of criticism. But throughout the criticism, he's still been keeping his composure, balling, and not worried about what the outside people gotta say. So I think, you know, that goes a long way when you're dealing with a team, especially if your leader ain't focused and his mind ain't there, then my team ain't gonna be there. So I feel like he do a good job with that, and because he's been a winner since he been there. You know what I'm saying? He's been a winner since he's been an Eagle. So I think he'll continue to win. I think that this game is gonna be a better game than a lot of games, but it's gonna be a great one. And I think that Jalen Hurts is a top performer.
Listen, this is what I would say.
He wanted to say top 5 QB is what he wanted to say.
We'll get to that.
No.
We'll get to that. Listen. I'm gonna give Jalen Hurts more credit than he deserves, and the reason why I'm gonna give him more credit than he deserves because all I hear, and I've been hearing for the last 2 years, is he's not good enough.
Yeah.
All we want to do is compare him to a Patrick Mahomes and how he throws this angle, that angle. We want to compare him to Josh Allen. We want to compare him to Lamar Jackson. That's not his thing. Everybody got a thing. You know what his thing is? Mike, you know what his thing is?
Winning.
It's winning. That's what the coach said after the game. All he does is win. And it's also leadership. There's some cats that come in and they just know how to galvanize the team. Think about all the noise over the last couple years, and this dude just sat there like a G.
Yeah.
Like a G.
And he came in looking like Nino Brown.
Looking
like Nino Brown.
Yeah, right.
Came in that thing looking like Nino.
Right, and so, and the reason why I want to give him more credit is because of that. But the reality, again, we've been in those locker rooms. We've been in those meeting rooms. And it's a team effort. This is the most complete team.
I think
They got the #1 defense.
Yeah.
Okay. They got Saquon Barkley.
#1 running back.
Hey, another man's trash, another man's treasure. The Giants shipped him out for a pick. Like, go.
Yeah.
And he on a discount. He need to get paid more. He only making about $12 million a year. And look what happens when you have a run game, right? So you got that, and then you got 2 dynamic wide receivers outside that both can be #1 wide receivers. Smitty, Heisman Trophy winner, back at Alabama, and you got A.J. Brown, Mr. Black Batman, right? And you add that to all the other stuff they got going on in that organization. Howie Roseman, he can go in the Hall of Fame as an executive.
Yeah.
He's been brilliant. He's been excellent. So I'm giving Jalen Hurts, Kayla, more credit than he deserves because there's been so much hate around this dude, and all he does is win.
I think Jalen Hurts is the most disrespected, unappreciated quarterback we've ever seen in football, period. And it goes back to college, bro. You gotta think, even in Alabama, bro,
Wow.
they was just overlooking, they going to championships, winning them, right? And then he had one bad half, and they put Tua in, right? This guy done won like 2 national championships before that, and they going to have a bad start of the game, and they bench him, and he go to Oklahoma and do what? He wins, bro. And then he get drafted. I think he rode the bench for like a year or two. As soon as he got in that quarterback position as a starter, he won, bro. He's been winning. That's all we know of Jalen Hurts to do is win. And he does it with his legs, and he do it with his feet. And it don't matter about the players around, he win. Right?
I forgot some football, but when you go back to his rookie year, so some of this stuff will be choppy. But he took over at the end of the year, and it was Carson Wentz, right? Carson Wentz, 2015. Carson Wentz was up for MVP, goes out to LA, boom, ACL goes down, no more MVP. His career's hasn't been the same since. Now they're still trying to figure this out with him. They can't get it on track. Now they bring in Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts was a guy that everybody passed up on. He played 6 games his rookie year. And this is where the numbers get a little skewed for me a little bit. But if you go back to the defenses that he played against, like I think New Orleans Saints was a part of that. They were top 5 defenses, and he won. He won. So that's where it started. And then the next year, he ended up where? In the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
He's a Super Bowl. So shout out to Jalen.
Well, to your point, Beezo, Jalen, please come by the show. Jalen, you and your beautiful fiance would love to have you here. But to your point, speaking of top 5, would you argue and say that he is now top 5 QB in the league based solely off the season?
It depends on
what you talk
before
about.
You talk about these conversations.
You gotta say what you talking about.
Correct. So it's like now it's talent, and then it's win. What's more important to you? If you want to win, top 5.
Okay, no.
But some people
we can't categorize it. We can't categorize it. No, we can't categorize it.
I got it.
No, you got it.
I got it.
Okay. Before we begin,
Go ahead, Kayla. I thought you had nothing.
this is my one. What else matters other than winning? I don't care how good your stats are. You cannot win in games. And that's it. Now to your point. Go ahead.
Okay, listen, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna play a little game.
Let's play.
Okay.
Play a little game. We're Hollywood. We might need you for 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we need 5. Hey, it's 5 of us. You building the franchise. We all let's play a little. Hey, look, right? It's crazy. So we play a little game. Got 5 teams right here, right? We all GMs. We all owners. You get to pick one quarterback to start your franchise. Wait.
I got mine.
We cannot pick the same one. None of us. We can pick the same quarterback. So we're gonna start. And Kayla,
Let me go
gonna
first.
start
Thank you.
first.
Yeah.
So you get to pick a quarterback.
I would like to select Patrick Mahomes to team Kayla.
Clap it out. Hey, first pick of the drive.
Yeah.
Am I 2? Am I 3? What am I?
Go ahead, be number 2. Let me.
You next. You next.
Don't you dare say Russell Wilson. I swear to God.
Decision. How much time I got on the clock? With the second selection in the 2025 NFL Draft, Team Brandon Marshall selects Lamar Jackson. Congratulations. Hey, he don't even need to go. You know we know what he know. Go ahead. You go do your selection. We know what he gonna say.
With the 3rd pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, Team Mike Sims Walker select Josh
Allen.
How about next year, sir?
That's what I'm talking about.
Here you go.
You ain't seen this shit.
We should let
Hollywood.
Yeah. Hollywood, what you got?
I'm selecting Russell Wilson, baby. What? I'm a Steelers fan. What?
You got these.
Oh, I'm about to go. Don't put me on here.
Hey, listen. Listen, I ain't gonna. Yes. Not in a bad decision. Hold on. First off, because the reason I did that, because Sierra and Russell gonna see this clip. That's my brother. Most when he gets quarterback for 10 years. But
Why
I would say
doing that?
No,
That's my brother.
but I see what you see. But you got C.J. Stroud out there. You got Joe Burrow out there. You got who else is out there? You got Justin Herbert out there. You got some young players coming up. Right?
Hold on.
Jalen, I know.
That's what we get.
But he got Russell. That's fine.
That's what we
But
get.
we not just going to bash Russell Wilson.
With the pick of the draft, with the fifth pick of the draft,
pick.
I'm taking Joe Burrow. Hey! Okay, so what I'm saying is, nobody picked Jalen Hurts.
But it ain't Jalen Hurts. We got a guy out there.
You know what? We gonna get him another redo.
We got a guy out there. That would definitely be fired.
Another redo.
He'll be fired before the season, though.
No, ain't nobody going to
He'll be fired before the season.
We're switching gears when we come back. Game fits are coming up next. Hollywood, we have to have a talk.
He'll get fired OTAs, bro.
That's what we're not going to talk about.
Sierra. Hey, 1-2 step. 1-2 step.
We'll be right back. Welcome back, y'all, and it's time for Game Fits. Every now and then, we drop the X's and O's and discuss the yeses and nos of fashion around the league. We're gonna start with some of the best from Fashion Week in Paris. First up, we have Cowboy star CeeDee Lamb in a full Nike fit, which I think.
Who dressed them?
My girl, Brittany Hampton. So not too much.
Brittany, listen, I'm starting to get in my fashion bag. How much does it cost? I need a stylist. This dude, you need a stylist?
Yeah, give me a stylist.
In the budget. Called
very
Dion from
important.
Revolt.
This clearly-
Budget. We need a wardrobe budget.
Who we calling?
Dion. We need a wardrobe budget.
Dion.
No.
This is clearly a big budget, though. No, does he look expensive? I would think so.
Yeah, boy.
Is that a mink or what is it?
I think it's faux fur. I'm not going to say that it's real.
Here's the thing. When we first got in the league, dudes wasn't going to Paris.
No.
Right? No. And so first, it's Paris Fashion Week, and there's a lot of athletes over there. Obviously, football players, NBA still in, right? In season. And so first I want to highlight that and all the dudes that's in their bag right now. CD is one of those guys. And Brittany did a phenomenal job partnering with him on this look. I love the whole thing. It's fly. Like, this is one of those looks that could be on the cover of a magazine and that you come back 15 years later and the next CeeDee Lamb is like, yo, I want to have that same look, and you do it side by side.
But I'm saying, do you think he had a real cameraman for that, or you like, hey, yo, my dog, like, hey, yo.
This is definitely a professional photo.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's all I'm digging.
With a little filter.
I'm into it. A little Dennis Rodman moment. I really like this.
So can I ask you a question before we go to the next one?
Sure.
So when we talk about, and I'm sure there's going to be something that come up here later, but when you see looks like this with guys walking into the arena or the stadium, why can't they get into the high fashion look? Why do we say it's too much? I feel like that's a thing on our show in Game Fits, where y'all like, oh, it's too much, it's too much. It's a runway, right? Just like this is runway, this is Paris.
I mean, I don't think we gotta like everything either. Like, I mean, we got an opinion. I feel like sometimes, you know,
sometimes
it's all trial and error.
too much.
Fashion is trial and error sometimes.
Too much is too much.
You know what I mean? Sometimes it don't come together like you thought it came together.
Well, let's see if this next look is too much. We have OBJ, the OG fashion guy, outside of the Louvre in Paris. What do we think of this?
I think ODB can't do no wrong in fashion.
ODB or OBJ?
OBJ.
OB who?
OBJ can't
OB,
do-
hold
said
on.
To me, OBJ. To me, OBJ. To me, OBJ can't do no wrong in fashion.
I disagree.
Every time I see him, he just flies.
So you telling me that you gonna wear them boots like that outside?
No, I didn't
With
say
the
I was
shorts.
gonna wear it, but I like to see him wear that type of stuff.
This is such a trend right now, the shorts with the furry boot. I want to say that's the Balenciaga boot. I don't even know if there's fur on it, but I don't like the oversized boot. I hate the silhouette of it. I'm adapted to this whole guys wear purses thing now, but this it doesn't really flow to me. There's no cohesiveness to it.
I do agree with Mike. Like, there's a couple of cats that, you know, they can go out there and they can try things, right? Stephon Diggs, DeAndre Hopkins, and there's a few others out there. I played with OBJ. OBJ to me was the second global football player. Basketball travels, football doesn't, right? Because our game is here domestic. This dude 13 million followers, 14 million followers, people know him around the world. And so I think like with him, I don't even look at him as a football player. I look at him as a rock star and a dude that is more hip hop, more culture than anything else. So look, I wouldn't wear this, but it fits him. You know what I'm saying? I actually like that where OBJ been the last 2 years in this grown man bag. I feel like this is a step back, not a step back, but it's more young and more, you know what I mean, trendy.
In his defense, this is like I'm being a tourist and I'm walking around the city chill. Like this is not for an event.
He look like he been there. You know, like he go over there all the time.
You know what I'm saying? Is it safe to say that OBJ is a trendsetter?
Yeah. For sure.
Right?
He made the kids want to get the blonde mohawk.
Exactly, the blonde mohawk.
He made you want to get that blonde. You the reason.
I ain't had no blonde.
You got the shave size because of OBJ.
I will say this though. No.
Yeah.
Baby, I want to tell the
OBJ.
All right, y'all, let's check in on Bear star Kyler Gordon. What Kyler got on? All right, Kyler.
Drip set
right there.
I like that. That boy look like I'm stepping in the room.
Yeah.
Okay, you did it. Stepping in the room.
I like that.
I'll be honest with you. I don't know him.
You don't know him?
I don't know him, but I'm seeing him pop up in fashion.
That's the same dude that was telling you at the Bears do the backflip.
Yeah, the Spider-Man. I know, right? Like, I love that I'm starting to see him pop up in fashion, right? Because now what that says is, yo, you really know what you're doing, right? And now the game matches fashion. The dude could be one of those dudes like a Tyrod Taylor that starts his own brand and do some dope stuff in fashion. So, you know, look, I seen a little bit of this game. I'm gonna start watching more.
Yeah, this is fly. Does he have gloves on, or is that just my eyes playing tricks?
Exactly, it look like his gloves on. Me too.
That's fly, guy. I like it. You know, another guy who knows what he's doing, Stephon Diggs, usually has a fit or two out in Paris during Fashion Week.
Look like Candyman. Come on, man.
This is not his best work.
Yeah, this is not his
best work.
I think he's another one of them guys that's kind of like a trendsetter, but he missed on this one. Like I said earlier, bro, sometimes it just don't come together like you think.
Nah, it's just like, why when we go over there, like we gotta put our hand in our pocket and set our shoulders back and, you know what I'm saying? Why we gotta hit the head? We don't gotta do that. Let's stand up straight still, y'all. We over there, but let's still stand up.
We can't hit that.
Nah, he's secure. He's secure in who he is and what he's doing. And I felt the same way. And then it was last year, me and Cam Newton did this, we took the show on the road and we had to do a photo shoot. And that was the first time I stepped in and I started doing the hand. I was like, because a lot of times we do this. That's what we do. But when you step into this lane, right, and you branding yourself and you're in fashion, you gotta hit the hand. You gotta hit the hand, but you can't do the hand.
Hold on. No. Don't do that.
Wonderful time for Brandon Marshall to stand up and show us that hand.
Show us that hand.
Okay, let me show you the hand.
Cause you did this. We talking about when you got to drop your shoulder and lift your chin.
So first off, you gotta know who you are.
Show me how to stand. Yes.
And I know what's working for me. I'm 6'5" and I got some nice hair. So I'm gonna hit it like this, and then I'm gonna hit the hair. So I'm gonna let the hair down like this, and I'm gonna hit the hand like this.
With a little bend in the knee.
The hand rub, the Birdman hand rub.
That ain't the hand.
And then I might pull out the chair and I might hit him with the hand like this.
That ain't the hand. We ain't talking about
I
that.
hit him like this.
No, but you said they gotta hit him with the hand.
No, that's the hand.
No.
Okay, let me see the hand.
Nah, I ain't doing the hand. Exactly.
You guys are speaking code, so let's see what the hand is with Devontae Smith.
Y'all with the boys over these people, man.
What I love about Smitty is since he's been in the league since like a puppy, like a baby, right? Rook, he been in a bespoke suit, right? And he's a hit at a time. This is where it's about to go for me for fashion. That's what I'm about to start leaning to. I'm about to put the suits back on. And so I love that he's sticking to it, but the colors, the fit is good, but that right there, it just that, no.
I think that's a cool fit. I like it. You probably changed that undershirt, but
it's the colors, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know, for me, when I put on a suit, I'm looking at the classic blue, looking at black, I might put a brown. He crushes brown. Like, I know his game when it comes to the fashion in the suit. But this right here is a miss for me.
You know who Smitty remind me of when it comes to like fashion?
Geppetto.
Larry Fitzgerald.
Oh.
Every time you see him, he has on a suit.
Yeah,
no matter
boss.
what the situation is, I've never not seen him in just like regular street clothes.
Smart guy.
He's just always smooth. He's always clean. He's always in a nice, put together suit.
And guess what? I don't know if I can say this, but Larry Fitzgerald gonna be a billionaire. Larry Fitzgerald, he knows suits. Boss.
That's all Larry Fitzgerald was, suits.
Smitty knows something.
Okay.
Smitty knows something.
Yeah, man. I like it.
There we go. Kayla?
I just don't feel like he knows just proper tailoring. It's okay. It's okay. I like that he knows his lane and he stays in it, and I respect that. That's fine. Okay, next up, Pacer star.
I know my lane, my ball.
Turtlenecks. Turtlenecks is your lane, B. Do you have a turtleneck on?
Bob.
Yes, it's turtleneck season. It works for some people. It works for me.
It's turtleneck season.
Y'all are matching in your turtlenecks.
When do turtleneck season start?
It starts end of October, end of October.
And when is it over?
Today.
It depends on where you at, what region you're in, right? Because like there's some regions in March where it's still snowing.
What about Miami?
I was just gonna say, we're in Miami, so
I'm digital.
Oh, okay.
I'm digital.
Oh, so you
He's
can find
protected.
any weather.
You don't know where I'm
Come
at.
on, man. It don't matter. It might be
I'm
burr
digital.
outside. It might be sunny.
Yeah, let's pretend that we're in Indiana with Pacer star Miles Turner. Okay, he's in the tunnel before his game, and he is on a skirt. So what's the weather like? I'm confused.
That's
Paris.
You going too
That's
far.
what
Is
the
it
Paris
cold? Is it
do.
hot?
You going too far.
That's what
You going
Paris
too
do.
far.
But there's margins. We understand. We can't sexualize apparel. Like
He got on the girl clothes.
your sexual orientation.
He got on the girl clothes. All we can do is call a spade a spade.
No.
He got on girl clothes. Mrs. Doubtfire. I don't know what else we gonna say. What else is it for us to say? We say what we see. Mrs. Doubtfire.
So how would y'all feel if I come in with
No. So,
You ain't gonna
no,
come
let
in
me
with
speak.
that, 'cause
Let
we
me
gonna take you
speak.
to go
Hold
back.
on.
Okay, so
No,
listen.
no, you guys, hold on. Time out.
Can I say this? Give me Joanna Man vibes. Can I say that?
This is the thing. There's a reality of people can dress. It's called being androgynous. I have on an outfit today that probably isn't super feminine. It's not very, femme. But does that mean that I have a preference of women?
No, we didn't say nothing about his preference in the whatever.
He
Like,
said,
He said what it's
Yeah,
giving.
he said.
That's what he's giving. Oh, but hey, look, the man got on a skirt and a blouse, jacket, whatever that is.
and we're not a fan
I'm
of
coming
that
with a
fit.
skirt. Then when I was in London in
Man,
October.
stop, B. We ain't no. Don't say,
I'ma
say
try,
that on
I'ma
here,
try,
bro. Don't say that. Why were you saying that?
It's
like we
fashion.
man, listen. Is we a team?
We a team.
When Jay Cutler told us we can't go out there in them sleeves, we didn't go out there in them sleeves.
Right.
So we a team.
Yeah.
We ain't wearing no skirt up here. All right. We a team.
I have nothing against this man wearing a skirt. I do think that if you're gonna wear the skirt, maybe
I do.
pair it with a proper blouse. I don't like the pairing of this blouse with that skirt.
So you said so if your man went out with you with that outfit on,
Yeah, if it was my man, I'm sticking beside him.
man, hey, y'all got a
I'm gonna
real.
tell my man put on a better blouse, babe, because that's not the blouse with that skirt.
Kayla ain't having it. She.
All right, that's it for Game Fits. We're gonna take a quick break. Behind the headlines is next. Welcome back to REVOLT Sports Weekly, powered by I Am Athlete. It's time for us to go a little bit deeper and take a look behind the headlines. Hollywood is here to break it down for us. What's up, Hollywood?
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
I love your hair too. Like this is on point.
Thank you so much, Hollywood. You're so kind.
It will last 3 days.
You're a hater.
Every 3 days, you got a new hairstyle. I just think that some of your hairstyles, like when there's nice, like 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Why we gotta rush your hair? Why we gotta rush the look?
Says the man with dreads.
Why we gotta rush the look? Yeah. It's very nice. It is nice.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
But super deep story here, guys. So there's two parts to this, right? Ye, also known as Kanye West, for the people who don't know, was seen in Tokyo alongside Justin LeBoy and Jim Jones, right? Two parts here. In Tokyo, Kanye West promoting this album named Bully, Jim Jones came out and said, because he got first dibs on it, got a chance to listen to it, was basically saying that once this album comes out, it's gonna be a big problem. Nobody else better drop an album because he's gonna take over the streets like that. That's one. Two, Ye is also in Tokyo. What y'all laughing for? And he got this Dipset chain on. as y'all know, Jim Jones and Cameron got this big beef going on right now publicly, right? So one, I want to address this point about the Kanye West album. As well, Kanye West is now reportedly a billionaire, once again, worth $2.77 billion. Right now, billionaire worth status, and with his album potentially going to take over the music game, what does that say about Kanye as not only a creator, but as a businessman?
I don't care about the billionaire status. I don't care about that. What I care about with Kanye is Kanye being healthy. I care about Kanye being happy, and that's anybody, right? But Kanye is a genius. Kanye should be contributing to the culture, right? Like, that's what I care about. Billionaire status, this and that, man, that's too easy for him. And then really, and the reality is that is like, it's all like a numbers game, right? He was a billionaire when he was signed to Adidas, and I think it was Earn Your Leisure that was talking about this. And they said, they were talking about partnership and ownership, right? When you partner with an Adidas and you become a billionaire, Adidas take their partnership back, now you go down to nothing, right? So think about that, like it's assets, okay? But when you own it, then you can maintain that status or whatever that status is, and you're more in control. So the billionaire conversation, that's like irrelevant. Who cares? What I care about is Kanye getting back in his lane, right? And from a music standpoint, he can go down several lanes, but just do you and be healthy and contribute to the culture in a healthy way.
Yeah.
I'm confused about Kanye. Y'all watched that Netflix show that he had, Donda or something on Netflix, and y'all seen early in his career where he was going out here walking into Rockefeller, walking in all these buildings, and he looked so...
Genius, the documentary.
Genius, whatever the name was, my bad, Genius. Y'all seen that?
I have not.
Yeah, he looked so...
I haven't.
Kayla Nicole.
Right, it was, yes, but...
You haven't seen Genius?
No, I can add this.
So I seen that, and you just seen a whole different person than who we seeing right now, and it's kind of hard to watch at this point, because me looking at that Netflix show, I just seen a happy, a dude who was out here trying to get somewhere in life, and then he got somewhere, and then he started building all these other brands like Yeezy and all this other stuff, and I just don't know his identity at this point, bro.
But I feel like after he lost his mother though, after he lost his mother and then he's been through so much, even in like relationships with people, trauma, it's like now he ain't going for nothing. Somebody say something wrong to Kanye, it's like he's coming out publicly addressing it. He ain't doing it privately. He gonna do it through the DMs and he gonna bring it to the media as well. It's like, think about that too, right? Like that smile, it can get taken away from a person easily. And Josh, I'm sorry.
But like, do y'all think like Kanye is making life more complicated than it gotta be?
Honestly, I think this is a part of the journey of a genius, right? Like it's like, you know, I think this comes with it, and what matters now is like figuring out your genius in a healthy way. You know, as a family man, as an employer, right? Like, you got to think about the things that he's created and brought to the world. And going back to the documentary, you're saying like he called it, he said this. In that process of greatness, you got to be a little delusional. Well, you got to be a lot of delusional, right? Like if I'm saying that correct. And you got to push the limit, and you got to, you know, be able to block people out. Now there's several times where he's gone too far, but I feel like, you know, Steve Jobs went through it in his own way, right? Einstein went through it in his own way, and we can name other people in business and culture and fashion and, you know, other areas and sectors that has done something globally and massive and disruptive. And it was a challenge. It was a challenge. What he does next is what matters.
My thing is, when we talk about Kanye at this point, I don't think we even look at him as a musician anymore. No. Like nobody's even worried about another album Kanye got coming out. Maybe the next Yeezy clothes or shoes.
Yeah, definitely.
Or why not?
But just cause he's been so far removed from it.
Yeah.
Like
it's like
the last time.
Yeah, he's not that no more.
Yeah.
So are we saying, and Kayla, please help me out, are we saying that Kanye's music is not relatable anymore? Or Kanye can't, like he's not Kanye? Like,
it's a phrase that they say, out of sight, out of mind, bro. Yeah. And he's been out of sight for a long time.
Right, but he in the lane because he got the gospel.
So was Kendrick Lamar.
But
so was J. Cole.
He got the gospel stuff, but it's like, bro, Kanye West, listen, his music was big, right? It was real big. But his clothing is bigger. his clothing and brand, what he done created, done outshine his music.
Absolutely.
No disrespect, but this is also coming from the same person who doesn't think that Kendrick Lamar should be performing at halftime. He thinks it should be Future.
You don't think that?
Respectfully.
You don't think that
Hold on,
Kanye
time
West
out, time
clothing
out.
line has outshined?
Kanye West Vultures debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 albums chart in February of 2024. It was his first #1 album since Donda, which was in 2021. So I don't know, maybe because you don't listen to it,
I do. I like Kanye West.
but you're saying that his music isn't doing well.
See, I'm starting to.
That's old Kanye.
That's the real Kanye. That's the Kanye we like.
I think that the beauty in this whole conversation, and to your point, is that Kanye has been through a lot. I haven't seen this Netflix special, but I would imagine it's showcasing,
You'll love it.
the arc, which is, there's highs and lows in his whole career. I think I'm happy to see Kanye, what seems like from the outside looking in, to be in a healthier place. Him and his wife, who sometimes is wearing
around with no
clothes, sometimes
clothes,
but
no
it's
shoes.
working for them, and the dynamic works. Kanye's back in the studio. He's back making music. He's producing for his daughter. He gave her all the credit, saying that she's brought me back to my roots. Basically, she's brought me back in the studio, back to what I love and what I care about most. I think that we're gonna get that from Kanye. I think this is gonna be a really good album.
Right. But this, Kayla, you don't think it's crazy what he just said? Like that?
Yeah, I
do you
did,
think?
especially because that's
what
the
about?
stuff.
Do you think?
Doesn't
Do you think?
matter. Look up how much money Kanye West done made off his clothing.
But he said clothing is bigger than his music.
Absolutely.
It is, brother.
Absolutely.
I think that the people that are buying the clothes are the people that are listening to his music. I think that it's one of
It's
the.
not true.
I think that-
No, they not. People are buying Yeezys. No, they don't listen to Kanye. Kids are listening to Kanye West. No kids are listening to Kanye West. No kids. Almost every kid want to Yeezy. No kids are listening to his music.
Kanye's
But
West
that's
clothing line,
cultural
Yeezy, it
influence,
has
though.
generated significantly more revenue than his music career. Yeezy reached $1.7 billion in annual revenue
still
at
pair
its
shoes on
peak,
a CD.
with
How do you
Kanye
know? It's not the same
reportedly earning
people.
11% of sales, equating to $143 million in 2020 alone. Right, in his music, it says 13.25 million annually from publishing royalties. So it's like, that's true to a certain degree, but it's like just.
No, but the influence. If Kanye West was LaMelo Ball or Leangelo, nobody's buying his shoes.
That brother talk.
Talk that talk.
Let that brother say what he just said again.
This is all I got, Kayla.
Hey, we gotta let that brother talk. I'm trying to tell you, man.
This is what I would say, Kayla, and I'll let you get the last word here.
But so your point is that because he can sell shoes, that he can't sell his music?
No, when I
No, we're
launched,
not
when I
saying
launched
that, but-
I Am Athlete, when I launched I Am Athlete, that's Kayla, get the last word. You
Okay,
get-
go ahead, do that.
When I launched I Am Athlete, we were doing a lot of sports stuff, right? And then one day we came in and we started a conversation on Kanye. It was just like top 5 rappers, and one of us named Kanye West.
Yeah.
And Channing Crowder came out and said, and this was our breakthrough moment, he said, he made a song about gold diggers and then he went and married a gold digger.
Yeah.
And boom, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm saying that because it's kind of cool. We talking about Kanye and I go back to that. It's like that conversation and that intersection between hip hop and music and sport. If you sit there, boy, psh. So I don't know. Can I reminisce a little bit? I know y'all looking at me
Go
like.
ahead, do your thing. Come on, let us hear you.
I was like, come on, go ahead. You say go deeper. It's behind the headlines. You said
Go
that's what you
ahead,
said.
go ahead.
Her end said go deeper.
Okay, are you done being deeper?
Go.
You went deep enough? That was it?
Reminisce a little bit. Cause it's Revolt. It's our second. It's our second week on
It's our
Revolt.
second week on Revolt.
Yeah, I was thinking, I was like,
So
yeah,
we gotta get Revolt. Go ahead. Let us hear.
That's it. That's it. Go ahead, Kayla.
All right, y'all, don't go anywhere because we have more after this short break. Welcome back to Revolt Sports Weekly. Hollywood, what we got next?
Yeah, so Nelly and Snoop Dogg, currently they're under a lot of backlash because they performed at events that were related to Donald Trump's inauguration, right? Like, people are trying to take away from their blackness and all that kind of stuff. Actually, Nelly, when it was announced, he did an interview. Nelly said, this has everything to do with the honor that I have for the presidential office. It has nothing to do with the money. Now, it has come out, people like Trick Daddy and came out and said that he didn't talk to people and sources and said that Nelly was offered $1.8 million for this, but that's never been confirmed nor denied. Snoop Dogg has also come out and said, I'm still a black man, right? So they're both under backlash right now. So as a group, my question to y'all is, I mean, is this a money grab for them? Like, is this personal? Is it for the pot? Like, talk to me.
Snoop Dogg, well, first, Snoop was there for a Bitcoin conference. Crypto conference, right? And I think, like, that's what needs to be clear. Was that a part of Trump? You said it was related?
Correct. So, like, neither one of these events had anything to do with, like, his inauguration on that day of. These were separate events. Like, this has nothing to do with that, right?
I would say this, man, like, Snoop know better, and Snoop don't need no money.
No.
Right? And the reason why I say that, whether, he's blue, red, he's in the politics, ain't in the politics, Snoop's been very savvy with his brand, and Snoop has transcended the culture, meaning Snoop Dogg is white, he's black, Snoop is green.
Yeah.
Right? He's on everything. He's hosting the NFL honors, he hosted the Olympics, and all of that. So why would you even put yourself in a position where you can hurt your brand? Mike, I think you threw out some stats on how many followers he's lost since then, and I think he's going to recover and be fine. But Snoop, to me, is like, you didn't have to put yourself in this position. And Nelly, listen, 1.5, like, I don't know we don't know his money. I know he just had a baby. Right? And
okay, this is your point though. Isn't he supposed to have a residency in Vegas coming up soon?
Nelly? I'm not sure, is he?
I'm pretty positive about that. And that's really the issue that I had. Nelly came out immediately after this news broke and did this interview. I don't even know who he was speaking to. It was like a Zoom interview.
Yep.
Explaining why he thought that this was a good idea. And his reasoning was pretty much like, I'm not at the Democratic or Republican convention. I'm not helping them campaign. Like, he's already won the position. I have respect for the government and people in positions of power.
I'm trying to figure out, do he got people that was part of the president that was up there? Did one of these people be the president?
I'm very confused. That's what I'm saying.
I'm trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? For somebody to say that, like, yo,
exactly.
I got this whole thing with the president. Like,
exactly.
I'm like, somebody in his family.
Like, he has the utmost respect for the law. Like, also, Nelly just got, no disrespect, Nelly, but Nelly just got caught up with some drugs on the road, chilling, kicking it. So I'm just saying, like, you have the utmost respect for the law and law enforcement that you didn't abide by. That you didn't abide by, you didn't have to do any time for. You don't have that much respect for it, and you really don't have much respect for black people either. As a black man in our community, I think that you could. This is an easy pass. This is the easy pass. You had a baby, you have a residency coming up in Vegas, you need the money, you're gonna make it up in the back end. I don't like this move. And I don't like the validating my own feelings, I have respect for the president. I don't.
I think this is the main problem why we as a race and a culture can't
progress.
Progress, because it's guys like these guys. Ain't no way Snoop Dogg need no money, right? Not especially, bro. Sometimes, even if you did need it, you gotta have morals over money. Like, bro, if you could be bought, bro, you a part of the problem.
Wait, before we go too far, Mike.
And he said he wasn't.
This at the president?
That's the thing with Snoop.
Bro,
it's something different.
It has something to do with the presidents, bro.
We gotta get that right. Snoop was talking about, he called out people, anybody.
He put jigaboos.
Yeah, I heard him.
He called people jigaboos that were supporting Trump.
Exactly, bro.
So he didn't support Trump.
Beezo. So while Snoop Dogg and Nelly did not perform at the actual presidential inauguration ceremony, they did perform at related inauguration events. Snoop performed at the Crypto Ball on January 7th.
Which the president just millions of dollars.
See, that's what it means. Who was there?
It was hosted by David Sachs.
No, it was a crypto crowd.
Not like us. Was us there?
No.
Or was it crypto them there?
Crypto crew. But that's what I'm saying. I think that
because if it was us there, then we can perform.
Performing is neither here nor there. I think doubling down and giving an explanation for why you did it is the issue that I
mean, but that was the explanation though. Like, that's my question, right? It's like, because think about y'all as athletes, right? Y'all coming to the NFL, y'all face all this backlash.
Yep.
Everything that y'all go through, both legal-wise, professionally, as an athlete. Think about that. It's like, why do you have to be questioned behind the things you do as a man? Like, think about that. Like, that's a real question.
It's funny you say that, because there was some junk going on in the NFL, and the boys still going out there playing. Why everybody ain't sit out?
Are you talking about Colin Kaepernick 2016?
I'm just saying, y'all telling this man not to go perform and get his money,
But y'all went out there on that field and got y'all's.
Right.
Why y'all leave? Why y'all went out there and played? No, let's talk about it.
No.
Let's talk about it.
Slave mentality. We just talked about it earlier. That's a
Let's talk
slave
about it.
mentality, bro.
Hey, let's talk about
That's a
it.
slave mentality. One thing Harriet Tubman said, she said, I freed 1,000 slaves. Well, I would have freed 1,000 more if they knew they were slaves. And we still act like we don't know that we slaves.
Okay. Ooh. Dynamic conversation.
Yeah. Come on.
What you just brought into it, and excellent.
That was beautiful, Mike.
Beautiful. I'm trying to like make sure get. But what you just brought in is the business side of things, right? What I didn't love about being in the NFL in 2016 when Colin Kaepernick took his first knee was that pressure that we felt as athletes, to put everything on the line, right? And so, what I and a lot of us did, we tried to galvanize everybody and say, let's do it collectively. Let's unite, right? We're gonna lock arms, we're gonna take a knee, whatever we do, let's do it together. And it was very difficult to do that, okay? But what I didn't love was that there was other businessmen and women in different spaces that wasn't taking a knee. Y'all could have protested as well. Y'all could have put y'all jobs on the line. So there is a different responsibility that comes with, celebrity or a platform. And so it's a difficult place to be in, but heavy is the head that wears the crown. And so when it comes to this, to me, it's about like Snoop, Nelly, strategically, you understand what you're up against, what you're doing, right? Why would you put yourself in this situation? Because you know that this presidency and this president has been divisive, right? And, they made that decision and now they're dealing with the backlash of it.
So if you had $0 and they say, yo, Brandon Marshall, we want you to come speak.
They don't have $0.
I'm just giving a scenario.
Hey, I think everybody around me know, like, listen, it is what it is, but I'm always going to stand on what I believe.
That's
like,
right.
I
just want people to know that you're a stand-up guy.
What it is. That's
If
what it
you
is.
had $0, what would you do?
I ain't going out though. Before the game. In the pregame.
I can't. Anything else, Hollywood? You good?
No, that's all.
That's all we got. All right, y'all. Well, that is it for this week's episode.
That's it.
Do you want to share something else?
I want to keep going.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
We can't keep going. We gotta wait till next week.
Hey, let's talk about your boy in New England with the.
No, stop.
Well, it's over, y'all. Hit the tape.
It's like, see what we do. We give you an inch. We give you an inch and you take a mile. That's it for this week's episode of REVOLT Sports Weekly, powered by I Am Athlete. We'll see you next time.